Well, this is the third try on this video. Kept getting interruptions. So the good news is I've probably got all my rant out of me, so I can be a little calmer about this. This is a response video to Matt, and yeah, I'll just say, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with being slandered or whatever by you know, his notion that this video he had me watch has anything. I'm not a character in this video anywhere. It's not. Where is my philosophy at all relevant to this video? I mean, it's basically a video between apparently you know, contrasting Rand philosophy, you know, Ayn Rand in this case, and the corporation, you know, let selfishness rule the universe, you know, versus some other liberal notion of you know, control. And anyway, I don't see how I fit. I'm not yeah, I don't accept being painted into any corner on that video as an advocate of any part of it, and to imply that game theory has something to do with rational theory is just idiotic. You know, if you were going to create even rational software to orchestrate how you would organize or run a government, it would have nothing to do with competing agents. The whole point would be to create the possibility of complementary cooperation. The point wouldn't be is to design a system where one person wins and one person loses. That's stupid. That's not rationality. Rationality doesn't have any interest in competition. It has its only goal is to create as much good for the smallest bad. I mean, you know, efficiency is the game, not winning. You know, it's the point of designing the game is not to create a winner, it's to create a game that can go on forever. There is no competition. Everybody wins. That's the ideal. And so to slander me with this, you know, it's just incredible. I mean, you know, it's preposterously incredible in a sense, just because I'm the furthest thing from anyone who believes in letting selfishness rule the universe. And that's even part of this that I don't even understand where you can get this notion. I'm against allowing our selfishly motivated and erroneously conditioned reptilian psychology control our behavior. Yeah, I'm all for people exercising control, suppression, whatever the right word is, of their crude nature, and to be better than that, to have as their goal in life being a productive human being rather than a happy human being at any price. That's who I am. And so, like I said, I'm not a player in your video. And I don't, like I said, I don't appreciate the slander. I really don't. After all we've talked and all this bullshit, to sit there and you know, imply what you imply is just so fucking insulting. And you know, in the other videos I called you some names, but I won't bother. So anyway, let's see what I wrote down here. Well, there's just so much, you know, to it. You know, like I said, to imply I have any motive or ambition or purpose beyond my love of engineering and efficiency, and that to imply that that theory is somehow is proven valuable or proven to be doomed to backfiring because of the nonsense in this video. It's just preposterous. It's just absolutely preposterous. It just seems obvious you haven't watched any of my solution videos and have absolutely no understanding of my philosophy whatsoever. I would give individuals as much freedom as we can afford to give individuals. It's that simple. I mean, when the freedom becomes a threat to civilization, then that's when the freedom has to be tempered. I mean, otherwise I would allow go with the Jeffersonian notion of freedom, that one man's freedom ends where another man's freedom begins. But obviously that's not quite good enough, because inevitably there is the trap of consolidation of power, and there's got to be some kind of force that breaks up that consolidation. And so unless you really can't go with that Jeffersonian purity, unless you do get rid of things like inheritance, and you do force all individuals to start from the same place, and at least try to create a balanced starting position to have a competition. But I'd rather just do away with the idea of competition. I have no love whatsoever for capitalist society, and I would much rather create or design incentive economics, is what I call it, where every individual has an incentive to produce more, but that there are no extreme, preposterous aberrations in the system. The billionaires and the families and the monarchies, the noblemen, the whole idea of wealth being handed down generation to generation to generation. And it's not only wealth, it is control of production. And that's a critical element of what ends up being our social circumstances, who has control of these corporations. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I don't see how this video adds to the conversation at all. It's just a slander. It's a waste of my time. I mean, so I've done it twice now. I've been a sucker and placated your argument and endured watching the crap, and it was just that crap. So I would suggest you watch 2 hours of my videos as a fair exchange, and see if you know who the fuck I am, because you obviously don't.